contest. We talked about this one a few weeks ago, actually at North Laurel, where quick strike early on against these very same Maroons, and the Jaguars got up early, but then it wasn't over until the fourth quarter and really in the last couple of minutes, because the Maroons just came right back.
Yeah, if you remember, North Laurel scored on the first play from scrimmage. Michael Nelson hit Cole Lewis on a 65-yard ball.
Little play action pass, and
so it's never over till it's over. But South Laurel, that score last week really shocked me that Lincoln County beat them 63-20. I really thought the Cardinals would give the Patriots a much better game than that, and I don't know the whys or reasons thereof, I guess. Don't know if there's a lot of turnovers or what, but that score kind of raised my eyebrows, so we'll see how South Laurel responds.
So here's a little quick squibber that has not gone 10 yards yet, and once it does, Pulaski County diving on it, and they get the turnover with the onside kick. So it'll be right at midfield, and that'll be 1st and 10 with a first offensive possession here of the game. Actually goes back to the Pulaski County Maroons.
Tell you what, Johnny Hines pulling out all the stops here early, and we're just 19 seconds into this game.
So Goins and Hall in the backfield, and a quick little swing pass, and the flag comes in. And we'll see how they chalk that one up. But it's Aaron Smith who's running while breaking arm tackles and inside the 20-yard line.
This one may be coming back, though, Jeff.
We'll see what the officiating crew indicates.
No signal yet. That's only about 3 yards off the line of
it's
scrimmage.
A face mask against. So that's going to really hurt the Cardinals.
That'll be a 5-yard penalty.
And Aaron Smith just breaking arm tackle after arm tackle.
32-yard gain, Jeff. If you're Johnny Hines, you could have hardly scripted a better start to this game.
So here's Hall with Alec Wooldridge in motion, but the inside handoff goes to Goins, and he'll be down at about the 10-yard line.
Yeah, not much room. He took that ball right up the gut, gain of 2. They give him the 11, so 2nd and 8. But my goodness, Pulaski County scores on the opening kickoff, and then they're inside the red zone, are the Maroons, in the first 20 seconds of this ball game.
So now 2nd down. And Goins will move up the side of Hall, who has a man on the inside slant, but that ball is tipped by the Cardinals. And I believe that was number 47 by the Cardinals, who read that one very well.
Yeah, that was Josh Phelps, who I think got a big mid on it, and that brings up a 3rd and 8 for the Maroons. So South Laurel, the Cardinals, trying to bow their necks here and keep Pulaski out of the end zone at least.
So again, Goins with the ball, and he's gang tackled there. And so the defense stiffens and will keep the Pulaski County Maroons out of the end zone as 4th down upcoming here.
They only gave Tyler about a gain of 4 on that.
So here's the field goal attempt. Up, hits the crossbar, and is rejected.
Wow.
Missed it by that much.
Nerlens Noel wasn't back there, was he? It is Midnight Madness tonight.
Well, that's what I hear. I heard that they're trying to warm up the hardwoods and get ready. Basketball season's right around the corner. We'll have basketball action for you right here on MVPSportsChannel.com. Looking forward to some hoop action very soon.
Now, Burgett kicked a 23-yard field goal last week in the third quarter in a 21-all game. So he did make a pressure kick last week.
So now here comes the Pulaski County defense. Yeah, the quarterback
is limping. That's not a good sign.
And that is number 12. We'll check a roster because, like I said, we had several roster changes.
That's Jonathan Jenkins, a sophomore, and he is Deathridge's backup. And did you see him limping?
And that's not a good sign if you're a Cardinal fan.
No, not at all.
But he did seem to walk this one off. So Jenkins now out of the shotgun. And this one's straight ahead.
Number 44, Mason Helton there. Number 59, one of the seniors, Colin Blair. Gang tackling there by the Maroons as Cards tried to go straight up the gut. So now South Laurel looking at a 3rd and 10 coming up right at the 20-yard line.
So it is 3rd and long here. And Jenkins, the backup, has got his work cut out for him. Rolling to the near side and completes his pass.
That's a first down.
And it is indeed right at the 30-yard line. And that is number 27 for the Cardinals.
Yeah, that's Aaron Quinn, who is a sophomore on this team, but he went right to. That's a great job by Quinn because he knew where he had to be. He had to be at the 30, and he actually got to the 31.
Had a great job to get his feet down right at the boundary, and so that'll get a fresh set of downs as the chain crew trying to get caught up over there. And they do get the snap off. And a little crossing pattern. And that's going to be out near first down yardage as a spin and out of bounds by number 21. And then some extracurricular activities. We see the flag coming in on the shot.
Yeah, there wasn't anything there. The South Laurel guy patted the PC guy on the helmet. That was number 21, Jason Mitchell. I don't think there was anything ill about that, but he almost broke a tackle. It is a good call because they did take him out of bounds, but I don't think there was anything intentional or anything. They just want to make sure they got him down on the turf. Unfortunately, he was out of bounds.
Well, after we indicate that nothing malicious, but indeed a penalty. So that's going to be a good break for the Cardinals as Jenkins now operating in Maroon territory and straight ahead. And Quinn is covered up quickly there by the Maroons.
Number 5, Austin Cornett, who's had just a great season for Pulaski County at linebacker. Number 78, Kyle Varney, another senior, being honored tonight. This Pulaski defense, people will say, well, you gave up 36 points last week to a kid named Damian Harris who scored 5 touchdowns, 260 yards. Yeah, he's also got offers as a sophomore from Oregon, Michigan, and Ohio State.
We've seen him this season on MVP. And a big, solid hit right there. That may be a superior collision of the game nominee, and that is Colin Blair, who comes flying in there and blasts the Cardinal receiver.
Timed it perfectly.
So just short of the line of scrimmage. A little bit of a loss on the play, and that'll bring up 3rd down and about 11.
Early in this game, your South Laurel, you're 1-7. Play armchair quarterback here. Wonder if Coach Welch go for it on 4th down.
Well, if you don't convert here, and they do not as they get back to the previous spot.
Maybe lost a half yard.
And so depending on where they spot that one, maybe the drag of a knee might bring that one back a few inches. But
he lost more than a half yard. They spotted that thing, Jeff, at the 44.
44-yard line.
They
so
gave him a loss of about 2.
Yes, they did indeed.
Yeah, sorry, Jeff. South Laurel's going to go for it,
and I don't blame them here. Yeah, if you got a young squad and you're
1-7,
if you've got one single win, why not? So as Jenkins rolls to the near side, has his receiver open, but momentarily, and I'm not sure why that play call actually was a little questionable, because that was way short of a first down.
Even if it was completed.
Even if it's completed. So if you don't get beyond the sticks, you minimize your opportunity there for a first down. And so first down on the turnover on downs for the Pulaski Maroons. And
Pulaski in good field position.
43-yard line. And Hall with Woolridge in motion. Little misdirection back inside. Little shovel goes to Goins, who gets out of bounds as he crosses the 50-yard line.
They've ran that play almost every game. And they've ran it for some success this year. They've had some big gains out of that play. And just gives opposing defenses something else to have to worry about as they prep all week. But they've got that shovel pass down to a science.
So Hall with pressure, and he goes over the middle.
Number 11, Aaron Smith on that catch, but I don't think Aaron got back to the original line of scrimmage. South Laurel did a good job snuffing that play out. Loss of 3, so now you're looking at about a 3rd and 6 are the Maroons. And I would almost bet you dinner, Jeff, Johnny Hines will go for it if they don't convert here.
3rd down and manageable, and you just keep it on the ground and straight forward with Goins. And he's going to be a couple yards short of a first down. And already there was no doubt about it. Coach Hines was immediately calling in a play for his offense and not even looking toward special teams here.
Yeah, no shock here. Pulaski County, I think the Maroons are 28-3 over the last 5 years on this field. They play with a ton of confidence here at PC Field.
So the give is to Goins, and he gets first down yardage and breaks free. Now it's a foot race, and he'll get inside the 30-yard line across the 25, and they're going to spot him down at the 21, maybe 22-yard line. So Pulaski County with huge success from number 6 there, Tyler Goins. Another one of the seniors here on senior night at Pulaski County. So this pass is lofted and intended for Aaron Smith, and it is incomplete, and there is a Cardinal that's shaken up.
Yeah, you had 2 South Laurel kids collide, and the guy that's down made a great break on that ball because that looked like a touchdown when it left Riley Hall's hands.
Well, without a
can't see the
number yet, no. But as we wait on the training staff, and they are calling for some trainers to come out.
You had 2 kids going for that ball, Jeff, and made a great play on it because he had
Indeed.
Riley Hall had his man early in that route. And I think they just collided, and hopefully you never want to speculate on an injury. Hopefully this is one of those situations where a player got the wind knocked out of him. And again, I've got my binoculars, but I cannot make out a number. Young man looks like he's lying flat of his back right now, so hopefully he's going to be okay. But that will bring up a 2nd and 10 for Pulaski County at the 22-yard line. Johnny Hines was a little concerned, Jeff, regardless of the records. And, you know, he did say that he was not going to mention the phrase district championship, not going to talk about it until after the Maroons play Southwestern next week, which is a huge game. Throw out records. That's just 2 teams that just like to flat out get after each other. But it is what it is. A win tonight, Pulaski wins the district title. But Coach Hines, when we met on Wednesday of this week, was not really enthused or enthralled about his club's effort in practice through the first 3 days of the week. And
and there's a couple things that will factor into this being a dangerous game. One is if you've been flat in practice all week, and I'm sure Coach Hines probably took care of that in the latter part of the week. But I can tell you, too, that any team that doesn't have anything to lose here when they've got a one score, or rather a one W posted so far on the season, they're dangerous, and you never know. And because we saw earlier them going for it, not hesitating, and for the Cardinals, you hope your team doesn't come out flat.
Exactly.
So now Hall on second down after the timeout for the injured Cardinal. And that one incomplete. And that was Alec Woolderidge, the intended receiver.
We got a flag down in the Pulaski backfield at about the 28-yard line. And while we're waiting for them to sort that out, the young man injured, Jeff, was number 8, Jeremy Purchard. And he walked off under his own power, so that's good to see. And we got a hold on Pulaski that's negated. So it should be 3rd and 10.
3rd and 10 here for the Maroons with a 7-point lead. 5:15 remains here in the first quarter. If you're just coming around and just joining us here on MVPSportsChannel.com, Jeff Wicks along with Doug Eads. And thanks so much for all the folks who are logged on and watching tonight. Hall has a man. That's Goins, completed down the sideline, and has another score for Pulaski County.
Jeff, that's a blown coverage. He came out of the backfield, and there wasn't a South Laurel defender within 10 yards of Tyler Goins. That's an easy pitch and catch for 6 points.
And the safety, by the way, lots of fireworks here in Pulaski County. I'm not sure if they're aiming at us or not, Doug, but that one was pretty close.
I'm taking cover.
I'm glad we've kept the windows in tonight here from our vantage point. So here's the point after attempt, and that one is right down the middle. So the Maroons improve to 14-0. Here, just over 5 minutes to go. Back to action here in Pulaski County, Somerset, Kentucky. And a beautiful night for MVPSportsChannel.com to be bringing you this exciting action tonight here in Somerset.
Jeff, I'm sorry. I'm glad you said that. Is this not a great night for football?
Well, I tell you, when we were setting up this afternoon and getting ready for the broadcast, it was nice and comfortable. And then when the sun started going down, you could feel that cool temperature starting to creep in here. So Jenkins now with a handoff, and it goes to the far side, and trying to turn the corner there, but it looks like the Cardinals are going to muster about a yard.
Landon Bray on the carry. Looks like Pulaski did a good job stringing that out. And, Jeff, kudos to Joey Hall, which is Riley and Aaron's dad, and some of the volunteers. This field looks awesome. They got the football at midfield with the letters PC, and for the first time I can ever remember, the yard markers are in black. That is a great look, especially with Pulaski wearing all black tonight. This field looks immaculate.
Well, I was going to bring that up, and the fact that they've been working on it for the last couple of days, and I noticed the numerals in black as we got to the stadium today, and you're right, it looks great.
Never been done before. It's always been white, but I really like this. And once we get another shot around midfield, fans will be able to see the football, which I'm sure they've already seen it. But this field looks great, and they got helmets in both end zones with the seniors' numbers on the helmets. A great job by some of the parents and volunteers here at Pulaski County High School. I will tell you, this field's never looked any better, Jeff.
I'll give you a little bit of information that'll make you shudder just a little bit. The wind chill is at 54 degrees.
Wow.
Of course, it's 54 degrees. And I thought that was going to be a live ball as it looked like a lateral pass, but they're going to say that he was just throwing that just forward just enough to call it an incomplete pass.
I don't know about that one, but I will say this, number 16, Christian Coots, he did the wise thing. He kept going until he heard a whistle.
Absolutely. Until the officiating crew says you're done, son, you keep on hustling. So 4th down coming up now. And with the field position that the Cardinals have, they'll punt this one away. So here's the punt away. This one angles toward the near sidelines and goes out of bounds at near the 45-yard line.
That's about a 20-yard net. I don't know if that's what he was trying to do or not, if South Laurel's concerned about Pulaski's speed. But you're not going to make a living as a 20-yard net on a punt. Pulaski, once again, Jeff, will have excellent field position. This is a prolific offense as it is. You don't need to give them the ball at their own 46 and put them on a 54-yard field.
Woldridge in motion, and the give goes to Woldridge. And he tries to turn the corner, but is brought down from the back, and that may be a horse collar. And the referee was the one who actually made the call. He's going to quickly...
Yeah, he's got a hold on Pulaski County. I think you could have easily maybe had a horse collar. I'm not sure about that because the kid did let go pretty quick.
I think that everybody saw that one, and obviously the officiating crew was looking into that line. So that's going to back Pulaski County up. Penalties have
it's been a problem this year.
Been an issue, but again, that comes with the youth, of course, for the Maroons.
Right now, Pulaski's got the ball first in Eubank.
With approaching 3:10 now here in his first quarter. Lots of time for Hall, and he just overthrows his man Aaron Hall, his older brother, who was headed downfield on a post pattern, and that one just a little long.
And again, well, South Laurel just gave him some yardage back. You got a roughing the passer call on the Cardinals. Again, I'll say this. I think Riley and Aaron's probably ran that play a few times in the backyard on Sunday afternoon.
Down the street and out in the backyard. So it's a first down. And after a 15-yard walk-off here against the Cardinals. And the shotgun snap as Hall hits the underneath man, and that's the fullback.
Mason Hilton, number 44, a freshman to a freshman. And Mr. Hilton has had some really, really good hits this year at his linebacker spot. I think, personally, that's where Mason's going to make a name for himself at the high school level. But Hilton, number 44 there in the middle of your screen, Riley Hall, and some of these other freshmen, I promise you, barring injuries, you will see these kids playing on Saturdays in about 4 years from now.
Well, they certainly have an opportunity to go to the next level. Little misdirection back to the inside. And that'll be Aaron Smith brought down right there on the Pulaski County football and inside Cardinal territory now.
Pulaski going no huddle.
Third down. And about 4.5 to go here for the Maroons with a 14-0 lead.
Just heard a score, Lincoln County up on Southwestern over at the reservation, 7-0 in the first quarter. The loser of that game, Jeff, is out of the playoffs. The winner is the 4 seed.
Playoffs start early sometimes here for football. Great tackle that time. And that was a quarterback keeper. And that one for Hall ended abruptly.
Josh Phelps, number 47, a great play. Pulaski 4th, and we'll call it 5, and no hesitation, no huddle. I mean, look at that. Freshman quarterback directing traffic like he's been back there for 5 years.
I think the punter can probably take the night off here unless something happens. And with a foot in bounds, that looks like it is Aaron Hall who hauls that one in, and it is complete.
Well, I promise you, and I made reference to it earlier, Jeff, both punters did take the night off in 2008. I'm not kidding you. At the end of that game, there was smoke coming out of the scoreboard. 61-60. You talk about a fun game to write about and cover. These two clubs put on an exhibition of offensive football that night. The Maroons now 1st and 10 at the South Laurel 39. Goins gets the ball on the carry straight up the middle. Tyler, Jeff, has had some problems fumbling the ball the last couple of weeks. Remember, he had a couple fumbles at North Laurel. Had one last week at Madison Southern that probably cost PC a touchdown. But what that did is that made Tyler mad and ignited a fire. And I'm telling you, he played like a man possessed in the fourth quarter, and we've got an injured Maroon now. Or is that a South Laurel?
That is a South Laurel Cardinal down just across the 40-yard line. And the training crew comes out to take a look.
You know, it seems like when it rains, it pours. You know, this is the South Laurel Club starting quarterback Tyler Deathridge out. They've got some other injuries. This is the second injury that we've had here in the first quarter. It seems like I've been a part of this. When I played, it seems like it just snowballs, Jeff.
Well, it does, and, of course, if you've got subs in the game already and you're not in playing condition, you know there's a big difference in conditioning on and standing on the sidelines and whenever you're in the game for multiple games. So sometimes you're not quite ready for that, plus the fact that you're probably not as accustomed to the live action as some of these other guys, and so it seems like that you just start piling on injury after injury after injury once they begin after a couple of.
Yeah, that's a good point. You know, getting back to that Southwestern game, the Warriors trailing 7-0 to Lincoln County. For you fans that may follow this district, the winner of that game is a 4 seed in the playoffs. The loser starts thinking about basketball and/or baseball. North Laurel is playing at Madison Southern this evening, and the way myself and the radio guys here from Somerset got it figured out, the winner is a 2 seed, the loser will be a 3 seed, and we'll start the playoffs on the road. Pulaski, all the Maroons have to do is take care of business tonight. The Maroons are district champs.
Not that Coach Hines would want to talk to you about that.
He's already said he will not talk about it.
Goins with blockers in front, and he picks up first down yardage and continues inside the 20-yard line for Pulaski County.
And I'm going to kid him about that because I don't know what the big deal is. I understand his thinking. He doesn't want his kids talking about it going into the Southwestern game next week, but that's a series where the records doesn't matter anyway.
I'm pretty sure he'll bring that up into some of the meetings, of course.
Oh, yes.
And when it's crosstown rivals, you know who better to throw another wrinkle your way. So first down now. Hall, nice little shoulder move, and he throws that one incomplete, and that one intended for Wooldridge. And Hall that time, you notice he gave him a little shoulder fake to throw the safety off over there, and then comes back to his left side, and good job by the freshman.
This kid is as polished of a quarterback at this stage of his career as any kid that I've seen play from this community, regardless of whether they were at Somerset, Southwestern, or here at Pulaski County.
And you see Hall actually audibling there with some hand signals. Sends a man in motion, and he's got pressure, and right down the middle he gets rid of that one, and a nice attempt there. And that one, if Mason Helton could have somehow hung on to that one, but the impact of the ground and caused that one to separate from Helton.
Tell you what, Austin Rickett, number 13, almost came up that ball on an interception after it hit off, looked like Mason's shin or knee.
So that one could have been spectacular in a lot of different facets.
You better believe it.
So it's 3rd down and 10 now for Hall and company. So it's whistles and a flag before the snap, so you got to think that is some kind of motion.
Yeah, you're going to have illegal motion against Pulaski. One of the offensive linemen was rocking backwards. He got about a split-second head start. So now it's 3rd and 15, and Jeff, dare we say, despite leading in this game 14-zip, if Pulaski comes up empty here, that means they will have gone 2 possessions inside the red zone with no points.
And still plenty of time for the Cardinals to start mounting an attack here.
Of course, if I know Johnny Hines like I think I know him, you're at the 24, 3rd and 15. He's in 2-down territory. He's already got the next play ready to come in, I guarantee you.
So again, Hall has a man, and a little separation there by Aaron Hall. That one could have easily been called, but it was not. So Riley to Aaron. 14 seconds remains. And a 20-0 lead for the Maroons.
Yeah, Aaron gave a little nudge there to get some separation, and he got away with it. So when that happens, it's a great play.
The officiating crew standing right there, but I think the defender was actually turning to the inside as he was giving him a little assistance. So here's the point after attempt. And this one, too, is true. And that'll extend the lead 21-0 for the Pulaski County Maroons. You're watching here on MVPSportsChannel.com. And they fire up the band here in Somerset, Kentucky.
Well, while we got a minute, Jeff, before this kickoff, we can't talk about baseball no more.
Well, I know you and the Reds have a love-hate relationship.
Biggest choke, the 2012 Reds is the biggest choke job since a guy named Heimlich created a maneuver. Okay? So you can't talk about Reds baseball anymore. We're done. I was going to ask you, do you give Kentucky any chance whatsoever tomorrow night at Arkansas? My first response would say, with Patrick Tolles being out, no way.
You think not?
No, not a chance. And that's even with John L. Smith coaching at Arkansas. It's a long, long year. We mentioned it earlier tonight. Thank God Big Blue Madness is kicking off tonight. Mercy.
Ball's fielded at the 15. And ball is loose. But the officiating crew say that he's down by contact, and so they blew this one dead before things got really crazy. And probably a good call there by the officiating crew to stop that one.
Yeah, that was getting ready to look like a Chinese fire drill. That pigskin, when these guys see that bad boy rolling across the frozen tundra, they get a little excited.
I'll bet you there were some eyes that got wide.
Yeah, boy. If you're South Laurel, you've got a sophomore quarterback. Don't know how much this kid Jenkins has actually played this year at the varsity level. Right now, you're just trying to tread water, not turn it over. I mean, you got a long field. That's one thing that's killing South Laurel tonight, Jeff, early. Pulaski starting average field position around midfield, while South Laurel's been backed up all night long.
Well, they're starting at their 21 for this offensive possession, and this will most likely be the final play of the first quarter. So we'll see what the Cardinals and Mr. Jenkins have in store here. As Jenkins drops back and looks over the middle, and that one falls incomplete. So in the first quarter of play here in Somerset. Pulaski County up 21 points here in